morning, and welcome to Movement and Meditation. My name is Deepak White.
Good morning.
And I am leading this.
And welcome
as
to
part of a
Movement and Meditation. My
outreach
name is
program
Deepak
of
White. Good morning. I
to
am leading
the
this.
Lark
And welcome to.
And this is being brought to you with the sponsorship of the Fulton County Commissioners through a grant through the Fulton County Arts Council. Today, I do want to spend just a moment to reflect on this day. This is the 19th anniversary of the September 11th attacks in New York City and Washington, D.C. and Shanksville, Pennsylvania. And I'd like to just take a moment for us to ground ourselves in our chairs, our stools. If you're standing, grounding yourself on your feet, go ahead and close your eyes, bring your hands together, and just let's go ahead and place the hands over the heart and the lungs, and just take a moment as we inhale and exhale. To remember that many, many, many lives were lost on that very tragic day. That each person had a story that they were in the midst of living that was cut short in a violent act. And they continued to live on in the memories of those who knew and loved them. And let's exhale and know that their stories will be part of our stories as we move through today. So on Wednesday, we had our first of what's going to be a total of 17 story circles. And in this Zoom meeting, we had the opportunity to share stories about, or inspired by the prompt of share a story about resilience, so personal stories of resilience. And we had several people who shared stories, and as we move through today, we're going to be bringing some of the essence of those stories into the movement qualitatively that we're doing. So I'm going to scoot back just a little bit to be more fully visible. And sitting up straight and tall in our chair, or standing up straight and tall, supported by our feet and legs, we're going to just begin to let the spine itself make little swirls in the space. And this first quality that we're playing with our spine as we shift and weave and twist and circle and spiral, is that of questioning. So we're kind of questioning for ourselves. You can either do this with the eyes open. I'm going to choose to do it with my eyes closed for a moment so that I can really feel on the internal landscape what is going on with my spine. Where are my organs in relation to my spine? What are those places where they are in physical connection with one another? How are the organs supporting the spine? How is the spine supporting the organs? And continuing with this idea of questioning, letting this soft, very soft and curious exploration now radiate out into the limbs a little bit. We're still bringing that sense of questioning. How far can I go as if I decide to twist? How far can I lean from one side to the other? Just kind of finding for yourself, where am I today? What am I feeling today? What is my breath wanting to do today? How is my blood flowing today? How is my heart beating today? How am I feeling? And as we continue this exploration, we're now going to bring into our consciousness our heart, and reconnecting with that remembrance we started off with as we go into an exploration that is guided by this idea of deep caring. For you, how are we feeling the sense of deep caring? How does that affect the body's shaping, the timing, the rhythm? For each of us, it's going to be slightly different. Deep caring. Whatever that means for you. Today I'm intentionally pulling away from talking too much about how I'm thinking and guiding the movement, and rather allowing just that one word or that one phrase, in this case 2 words, deep caring. How is that causing my movement to reveal itself? And we're going to let go of that now. And we're going to shift on to a new phrase, a new fragment, finding independence. Finding independence. And again, I'm demonstrating what this means to me, but I'm encouraging you to find for yourself, what is it that fragment of a prompt what does it mean for you to find independence? I know for myself, I've made the choice qualitatively to shift from free-flowing movement to short bursts of movement, I'm still allowing my quality to have a softness to it. I'm personally deciding to not add additional layers of tension. For me, this is simply how I am finding that sense of independence. All right, let's move on. Next, seeking support. Let that just kind of flow through your mind, the mind of the body, the different areas of the body. How is your body seeking support in this moment? How can we start to provide support as a body part wants support? I'm going to play with some of this movement now, standing too. Moving away from my stool. And seated, I can still use the stool in a supportive way. And as we continue to seek support, I'm going to remind us where these words, these ideas, these thoughts came from, and that was from our story circle about resilience. In resilience, what sort of support have you experienced from yourself, from others, from things? Seeking support. I'm making a new choice. Still finding the seeking support, but finding more sustained shaping. Doesn't mean I'm still active and activating. All the ways that we seek support in our lives. Moving on. This will be an interesting one. Disillusioned. How does that word float through your body, and how does it come back out through where your body subconsciously takes you? In our somatic work, we work on a conscious and an unconscious level. And that's what kind of makes it fun for me, is tapping into that unconsciousness where your body's doing something before you even are aware that expression is coming out. Disillusioned. Alright, enough of being disillusioned. Let's now move on to seeking structure, which is different than finding support. Seeking structure. What does that mean for you? How does that reveal itself in your body? I'm adding in intentionally locomotion, moving through space. So far, we've spent a lot of time with our bodies more stationary in space, and our limbs, maybe our torso moving through space. But with locomotion, we're moving from one place, one point in space to another. Seeking structure. For you, how does this idea, this sentence fragment, reveal itself? And moving on to the next one. Endurance. Endurance. Again, these came from this idea, this prompt of resiliency. And so enduring. Going for the long haul. My bad, I should not have added that little tidbit of information. We are only using the word endurance, whatever that means to you. What does endurance mean to you? How does it reveal itself in the body? And our last term for today, seeking freedom. What does that mean to you? How does that reveal itself through the body? Again, there's no right or wrong with any of this. It is how you take that information in through the sensation of hearing and all of the mechanical things that happen to process that hearing into the brain, making sense of it, revealing itself as you come through the body with that state of being, seeking freedom. Come a little bit closer to bring us to a close today. Seeking freedom. That might be too close. Thank you so much for being with me today. And next week we are going to be continuing with our exploration of the work of Bonnie Bainbridge Cohen and her body-mind centering work. And we're going to begin to explore this idea of developmental movement. So we're going to step back, we're going to retreat back in time to our earliest moments of movement, finding those inspirations of moving and expressing them through the body, similar to what we were doing today with our words. We'll be a little bit more, I guess pedantic might be the best word, on Monday at 11 a.m. on YouTube Live, where we go through some of the specifics of developmental movement. Then on Wednesday we'll have our story circle, and our prompt is going to be to share a story about your childhood. Very open-ended prompt there. And to access that meeting, you'll need to send an email to me at patton@beacondance.org in order to register for that Zoom meeting. And then on Friday, we'll do like we did today, take a lot of the information that comes out of that story circle and begin to bring it into a place of embodiment around this idea of developmental movement, our young beings. Thank you so much for being with me today, and again, a huge shout out to the Fulton County Arts Council for supporting this project. And spread the word, share this information with friends. I hope to continue to grow the audience for this, and and just release our bodies into seeking freedom. Bye-bye.